Hi, everyone. It's Bridget Eileen Cisco, founder of Exalted Publishing House, visibility coach for female entrepreneurs, and podcast host. Our podcast name is changing, so stay tuned. I've been thinking a lot about why I do what I do. And there's this big word that keeps coming to mind, which, if you're watching this, you might be feeling this too, which is values. And these values are changing. So the way that we once ran businesses that were typically just for profit, how can we make the most amount of money? We are shifting into more value-centric leadership, where the leaders of today are putting forth new ideas in different ways. And as I sat with that thought of comparing McDonald's of the world, right, where they're making a lot of money but weren't necessarily and didn't necessarily have the person's best interest or health in mind. And then comparing that with the leaders of today, at least who I get to surround myself with, which is people who know that their story, their voice has the power to shift and move hearts and minds. And that gave me the knowing of, yeah, that's really what I'm here to do. With Exalted Publishing House, I want to produce books that move hearts and minds. I want to produce books that redirect the flow of consciousness so that what we focus on begins to change. Because I see this world where the leaders of the future, the ones with a lot of money, are actually putting that into different systems. They're putting that into understanding how to grow our own food, purchase organic produce, take care of our physical bodies. This is all shifting, and we get to be part of it. As someone who has been a student of yoga and mostly Kundalini yoga for many, many years now, I believe in the power of the word, the power of the word, the power of our stories, the power of what we say, the power of our presence and how we hold ourselves. And with that being said, we have the ability to put words out there into the world that empower, that motivate, and that inspire. And that's what we're doing with these books. As a collective, we're moving out of leading from the navel center, which was typically about power and control. And we are moving into the heart space, one of service, one of communion, one of unity, one of working together instead of saying this person is right or wrong, but honoring it all. And I'm excited to see where this goes, because as we venture into this, so many things are going to be changing. And at the end of the day, you get to be part of that change. And as I sat back and asked myself, wow, like these books are really incredible. We are sharing stories in new ways. We are talking about topics like legacy, like success, like prosperity, like lineage in ways that haven't really been talked about before. And at the end of the day, what if we could have more eyes on these types of stories, more eyes on these types of businesses? Well, I think it would be pretty cool. Hi. Hi, both of you. I love you. So we're being asked to lead in this different way. We're being asked to show up in a different way. We're being asked to share in a different way. We're being asked, what are our values? What do we believe in? And how do we want to show up in that way? How do we want to lead? So my question for everyone today is, are you on board? When you wake up each day, is your business in alignment with your values, with who you are? Or are you doing things because people told you to do it that way? We have the ability to lead in new ways. And it's exciting. So when I was asking myself, what types of books have I read that have moved the needle within me? I went back to Think and Grow Rich, Tosha Silver's It's Not Your Money. And I just loved these topics. And I thought to myself, okay, obviously everyone wants, money, prosperity, abundance. And what if there were a plethora and a collection of stories that teach people how to do this for themselves? Not as the end all be all, not saying this is the only way, but saying there are endless ways to attune to and align with these vibrations of money, of wealth, abundance, and prosperity. And what if we could show people the many ways of doing that? So that is the next book, and it perfectly aligns with everything that we've been doing. We want more eyes and ears on these types of businesses and on these types of stories. And we want to show people ultimately what's possible. And that's the power of the word. We show people what is possible through what we share. So I wanted to do a very brief overview of what this project is, because you've probably heard me talk about it and you're like, what is that? What is she doing? So the fifth book that we are producing is called Prosperity Codes: How to Attune to and Attract Wealth, Abundance, and Prosperity. It's going to be this how-to guide to do just that in a practical, pragmatic, yet mystical, metaphysical, and spiritual way. And again, not as this is the only way, this is a plethora of ways. So I'm looking for 6 and 7 figure business owners, visionaries, female leaders who want to be a published author. They want to have more eyes on their business. They want to be seen in their zone of genius and in their zone of expertise. And they want to do so in community with other women. They also want to be on more podcasts this year. So they've probably already been on some, but they want to be on some more. They want to be pitching themselves to top tier publications like Mind Body Green, Forbes, Allure, Refinery 29, really cool places. And again, they want to do so in community with other women. So at this point, this is a person who's been in business already. They've sold out programs. They have a team typically working with them at this point, and they know the direction that they're going in. They have a mission, they have a vision, and they want to share their story. They want to share their knowledge. They want to share their wisdom, and they want to do so with other women. So I'm looking for these women to write on the topics of prosperity, of abundance, of manifestation from different perspectives. So you might just be the person who loves to talk about abundance and manifestation. You might be the Kundalini yoga teacher who loves to talk about holding the prosperity, right? I love this topic, holding the success. You might be the one talking about the nervous system and how we feel when we attract more of these things, because we have to expand not only in the physical body, but also the 10 bodies if you're a Kundalini yogi. You might want to talk about expanding the capacity to receive and maybe the practice of receiving. Maybe you want to talk about abundance or visualization or human design or astrology or gene keys. We also have some women who are just going to be writing on redefining prosperity, because maybe it's not just about money. Maybe it's also about your family. There's the dog. Maybe it's about your family and all that you have. One moment, everyone. This dog will never stop barking at the UPS truck. Come here, Finn. Want a treat? Come over here. Come. So ultimately, we have 2 tiers for someone who wants to be part of this project and really be on board for the mission. Because if you're not on board for the mission, it's probably just not going to be in alignment. So the first tier is for someone who wants mega visibility. They want to be in Forbes. They want to be on top tier podcasts. They want to be and have this press trail so that when someone Googles their name, all of their media publications are going to come up right away. So we are working with a PR strategist, and she's going to help you do so. So this is for someone if they want all of that visibility, they want to be part of the community, and they want to write. Okay, that's the first tier, and that's 2,222. The second tier is for the person who just wants to write and be part of the community. So we do lots of trainings, we do networking events, we do amazing things that connect you to build your network. And these women are just amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And if you've been part of these projects, please comment on this video, because I want others to see how incredible it is when we work together as a community. So that tier is $999. So you have 2 options here. With this project, all of the book proceeds go to charity. So for the last book, Lineage Speaks, we chose LMU girls, and I'm very excited to announce how much we have made so far. I will do that in just a little bit on another video. It's very exciting. Far exceeded our $665 donation amount. So at the end of the day, I want to bring this back to the vision and mission and ask you if you're on board, if you are the leader who believes that things are going in a different direction, that we are being called to show up differently. We are being called to market differently. We are being called to connect differently. We are being called to serve differently. And if you are the person who wants to be seen in that space and really redirect where our energy is going for the future, the value system, what we care about in this world, where our money goes, I invite you to co-author Prosperity Codes or be part of any of the other projects we have going on, or just support us by buying these books. It's amazing what we can do when we come together. And I just feel very, very grateful for all that we're creating here. If you'd like to apply, February 11th is when the doors are closing. There is an application page that will be in the description of this video. So check out all the details. Everything is listed there. We have the 2 tiers of pricing. I'm looking for 12 more women to join this container. If you have a friend who would be a perfect fit, say they're a manifestation coach, they work with wealth or money mindset, or they're a Kundalini yoga teacher, they love to talk about opulence and prosperity from any one of the perspectives I talked about before, just tag them in this video. And I'd love to open up a conversation with them. Thank you so much. And I hope you have an incredible day. I'll talk to you soon.